What do you have to do as a business to install this? Because yes, we're seeing the final article, but what was your thought process and how did you get to where you are now?
Yeah, so as our company grew, you know, this machine is quite big, right?
Yeah.
It's not just this part of the machine. You've got the post-processing station as well, and you have the bead blasting cabinet. Where we was before we moved into this location, we didn't have any roller shutters, we didn't have any accessible way of bringing such a big machine into our environment, right? So we moved here, you know, great location, really good access for like lorries, all that kind of good stuff. So logistically, it was a great place to be.
I think people overlook that.
Yes.
I think that's really
100%. You know, like in the location we was before, we had a little alleyway. Great, if we stayed there, naturally we couldn't have expanded. So yeah, location is really, really important. And when we got this machine, I understood that was really important for our business. So having the big roller shutters, you know, to bring the equipment in, being able to bring a forklift, a truck in to the environment, that was quite important. These are heavy machines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they like, you know, half a ton or something around that kind of region. Just on this machine, post-processing machine, is quite tall as well. So bringing that into the environment, you need nice high ceilings, all that kind of good stuff.
And you've got the extraction system. So what do you have to consider here?
So mass flow rate of air is quite important. So when the actual printer is printing, there's powder being flung everywhere within the chamber. So you need to kind of like be able to, you know, stabilize the environment still, right? So you need a certain airflow through the ducting in order to get that residual powder out of the way of like the system.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, nice powerful kind of blower fan sucking the residual powder out of like the space itself, along with air conditioning. I think that's really important for this machine. It likes to stay within a stable environment, you know, somewhere between 22 to 26 degrees Celsius. That's your sweet spot that you want to be in. So being in a well-ventilated, air-conditioned room is quite important for running this process.
And how does it work?
How does it work?
Yeah.
Right, so really involving of how it works. So there's a trolley system that holds the powder. You want to load the powder up on the processing machine, which is also the post-processing machine. So you load and unload the parts from there, or powder. We use a refresh rate of 80% old powder to 20% new powder.
Okay.
So that's fantastic for sustainability and, you know, recycling kind of like the old powder in that sense. So you want to load that trolley up. You want to slide the trolley into the machine. Once the trolley's in the machine, you know, you want to make sure all your detailing agents are correctly kind of at the correct level. You want to make sure the cleaning roll's at the right level. You want to make sure your print heads are correct. And I think that's the most critical part, is the print heads. You need to treat them with care.
Yeah.
That does all like the jetting of the inks, right, on the actual powder. So once you have your trolley in and you're ready to go, you send over file via the cloud to the machine, let that kind of load up, and then, you know, we can hit print then.
And go to bed.
Yeah, go to bed, but wait, you have to wait a little bit first.
Not yet.
There's multiple checks that the machine does, and this is what I love about this process. There's sensors absolutely everywhere to see if the machine is perfectly well just before the print starts. If there isn't, it'll pause there, it'll tell you how to like fix that problem as well. So we're successful on the kind of like list of checks we need to do. The printer's going to get started now. So the actual printer inside has got heating lamps above the actual like trolley. And then you've got two fusing lamps, which is on the sides of the print heads. So the heating lamps brings up the temperature of the powder. Say like there's the melting point for the powder, right? That heating lamp brings up the powder temperature just below the melting point. The roller rolls over the powder, nice thin layer, 50 microns, let's say. The ink gets deposited, and what happens is those two lamps heat up even more and just takes that melting temperature just above the melting temperature. So wherever there's ink in the powder, that's what fuses. The rest of the powder around it can be, you know, vacuumed away afterwards.
And then you can go home.
Yeah, then you can go home.
So,
to be honest, when the safety checks are done, pack up, let's go home.
Yeah.
Wait till the next morning. There's a whole cooling cycle involved with it. let's say with a 4200 specifically, let's say you're doing a full 380mm build height, you're looking about good 30 to 40 hours worth of cooling time there.
Yeah.
So a really long period of cooling time. But you know, how we tackle that kind of time there is a separate trolley. Again, we can unload that trolley there, have the next trolley loaded, get that in the machine, clean the machine down, and get printing again, while the other kind of unit cools down. And when the next print is completed, by that time, the other trolley has been cooled down and unpacked, so let's go again. It's just honestly a cycle like that. Yeah.